Happy Friday, everyone. It's been 1 week today since I did my seeding for the NUTRITOWER, and look at these babies. There are so many of them ready to go in. So I'm gonna transplant the ones that I do want to put in right now. Any that are a little bit weaker, I have 4 romaine here that are just starting. I'm not gonna do them. I'll play it by ear. I'll bring you down and show you exactly what I've got ready. And I also want to mention too that we are going to be transplanting our soil grown seedlings into 4.5-inch pots. We'll do that probably Monday. I have a lot of peppers and celery and stuff to transplant into soil. So we're going to continue doing soil as well. This is new to me and I'm loving it so far. There's nothing to not like about this, and it's such a compact unit. For those of you that are just hopping on now and don't know about what I'm growing in, this is called the NUTRITOWER. It's a indoor hydroponic tower. It takes up very little room. You can grow all year round. I'm doing lettuces, kale, Swiss chard, all that kind of stuff. If you want to go back and watch that video. Also, if you're interested in one of these, I have the affiliate link in the description box below. And you can go on there and you can also save 3% if you do purchase one. Just click on that link and it'll guide you to where you want to go. Check them out even. And I also have their Facebook page link on there as well. So let's talk about what we're going to be doing. So it's not just going to be this NUTRITOWER. We are going to be doing, like I said, the soil growing. Dwayne and I are also going to be building our raised beds that'll be placed on the deck because we have a large deck around the house. And we're also going to be doing ones in the garden. So stay tuned for all that kind of stuff as the weather gets better. But right now, let's hop to this and let's explain what I'm going to be doing. So right now, you can see, I'm just going to tell you what varieties or what I have growing here. So this one here was a sugar baby watermelon. It has not germinated at all. I think I'm going to reseed that one. I'll do that later on today. This is a cantaloupe. And then we have some lavender and we have chamomile. I have 4 chamomile here. I'm not going to plant all 4 because I've only got 32 spots in my system and I want to utilize that for greens. I have 4 spinach. There's one that's not germinating. This one's just starting to germinate. But you know what, guys? I know a lot of you will say this one's not ready to go in and that one's not ready to go into the system yet. But I'm going to try it and just see what happens. Got nothing to lose and I like to play around like that. And then I've got Swiss chard. I'm not sure what this one is. I can't remember what that one is. I have 2 Swiss chard. And generally in the hydroponic system, we would thin them out to 1. I'm going to leave all of these in and I will thin them out as I know which ones are the strongest. Some of them look weaker, but you know, just like a person, some of the weaker grow into strong, beautiful people. So just like a plant, that might grow into, I'm going to wait that out. So I have 3 of those. I have lots of basil. I have 9 basil. I'm not going to plant all 9. I might do 4. And then I have my self-pollinating cucumbers. These are a pickling cucumber and 2 peas, 1, 2, and then I have more basil here. And I'm not going to actually this one here is another cantaloupe that hasn't started germinating yet, but I'm not worried about that. And then my other basil, but I'm not going to plant all of them. So I have my neti cups all ready with the clay pellets in it. You just basically put the clay pellets into the bottom of that, so it's like a nice little base for the plug to sit in. And one thing you have to make sure though is put your pellets into a strainer and rinse them really well because they do have a lot of like the clay residue and stuff on them that you don't want that in the system. So just give them a good rinse and then put them in. So I'm going to place all my plants. Actually, I'll show you. I'm going to place my plants. Look at the root system on that, people. It's awesome. I'm going to place them just basically in the center. And then we are going to fill with more clay pellets. And I'm just going to keep that down a little tiny bit from the top of the plug and place them into the cups in the system over there. So give me a minute and I will get this done, put them into the system, and we'll be right back. And there we go. I've got 20 pots filled, and you can see those plants are already looking healthy, not because I just transplanted them into here, but they're doing very well. So I'm going to bring them over to the system and transplant. Once I get them transplanted in, I'm going to explain why I planted where on the tower, because there are certain things that I want to place lower, and there is a method to my madness. So let's get to it. I'll bring you back in just a second. All right, so I have everything placed in the tower. I'm just going to show you. I did some herbs and stuff. I've got my lavender up here. I know it looks a little dark, people, but it's just because the light is shining into the camera. So yeah, so I did my lavender and my chamomile at the tops. I've got some spinach growing here. We have our pots staggered, so I placed my spinach here because the leaves grow fairly tall. They're a big leaf spinach, so I want to have room for that. Again, I've got a spinach here, some kale. Now, okay, so basically I've done my herbs and my leaves, my leafy greens at the top, or towards the top. The very bottom, I have my cucumber and peas and cantaloupe. So there's my 2 peas, there's my cantaloupe, and there's my other cucumber. The reason I put these at the bottom, first of all, the pea, it's a bush type variety, so it's going to grow up, but I want to be able to have enough room. Now with my cantaloupe and my cucumbers, what we're going to do is we're going to place a table right here level with this, and when the cantaloupes start growing, we can actually lay it down, and if we have to put lights over top, which I'm not sure if we will have to, we'll see, but they'll lay down instead of putting weight down on the bucket, if that makes sense to you. Yeah, then we can just lay our fruit down there. And the cucumber is a bush variety as well, so they're not going to get crazy big, but if they do start trailing, we can at least have somewhere for them to trail onto. So that was our thought when we decided to put them at the bottom. But man, I love this system. Now it looks a little sparse right now because the plants are so small, but I'm going to come back in a couple days and just show you how they're doing, how they're taking off. This guy here, this is one that I transplanted out of the soil, was it last week? And I cut it back because it was starting to wilt. It kind of went into shock after I rinsed the root system and stuff off. It is doing absolutely fantastic. I have my pH and my EC down pat now, and everybody is happy and healthy. Tomatoes doing great, and yeah. So I'll bring you back in a couple days and give you an update on this. We're also going to be doing some soil planting and building raised beds and all the fun stuff that spring brings. And yeah, we can't wait to get going on this. So we'll see you soon. You guys have a great day, and see you soon. Bye.